I wanted to give a little bit of insight into the why behind the Mummy MOT Fit Pro course. It basically comes from my own motherhood journey and me wanting to create a community of fitness professionals that I wish I had access to in that journey myself. So to explain that a little bit more, I'd love to share my story with you if you'd like to hear it. So I started off as a 400 metre track athlete. I was training 5-6 times a week at the peak of my training, and I loved exercise, like still do, but I was doing it at a very competitive and high level. When I got pregnant with my first, I was a sport and musculoskeletal physio. I knew nothing about the pelvic health system. So I did a little bit of my own research and I found, just listen to your body, keep training. If you're, a good athlete, you can kind of just keep going, but listen to your body. There was such minimal guidance. And the truth is I didn't really know what I was listening for. And I don't regret how I trained, but there was definitely things that I wasn't listening to because I didn't know that they were a problem. So I had my baby, my lovely little boy, who is now 4, and he came into the world in a way that I wasn't expecting, causing a lot of injuries. I had a missed 3rd degree tear, and I also then ended up with a grade 2 posterior wall prolapse because I overdid it hugely. I set myself the expectations that because I was fit and active, I should be back doing what I wanted to do by like the 8 to 12 week mark. And I just had no understanding of actually how my anatomy and physiology had been impacted by not only the birth but also the pregnancy. And I did things not in a gradual loading, optimally loading way. I really skipped steps just due to a lack of knowledge. And it got me thinking, like, if I'm struggling this much and I don't understand how to properly build myself back up in exercise, and my job is exercise in a different area, but it's still exercise, then what are other mums doing? How on earth are they meant to know what to do? So I then entered the world of pelvic health at a very similar time that I became pregnant with my second baby. And I learned so much, so fast. And my second pregnancy was very different. I still trained. It didn't look too much different, but I just really changed the focus of my training. I then had my baby, my second baby, my youngest, who is now just 2.5-ish. And the birth was very different, as second births often are. But was also different because I think how I trained my body, and I had a lot of awareness of my breath, of my pelvic floor. I then followed the principles that I teach in this course myself, and I built myself back up to getting back on track again. I now also dabble in a bit of CrossFit, and I'm back stronger than I actually was before I had any babies because I understand about the pelvic health system. And so I so believe in what I'm teaching on this course. It is a real passion project for me, and the course will be taught with that level of enthusiasm, which I hope you pick up on, and you feel as passionate and enthusiastic about postpartum recovery as I do by the end of it. So if you want to join us, then please feel free to ask any questions. The team are always happy to answer. And I look forward to hopefully meeting you soon.